Thanks to the cultural center of Toblach, I had the opportunity to spend a few days in the Dolomite Mountains in South Tyrol. It is here where Gustav Mahler spent many of his summers to get away from his hectic work life as a director of an opera house, to relax, and to search for new musical ideas. Thankfully, I was allowed to do the same, to enjoy the stunning views, to gather ideas and materials for a new composition, and more generally to reflect on the relationship of music and nature. The relationship of music and nature is a deep one, and probably goes back to the beginning of humankind. Maybe you know the ancient Greek legend of Pan, the story of a mythical creature who made a flute out of the remains of his deceased loved one. Ancient instruments were mostly made out of wood and animal parts, and this is even true for instruments built nowadays. Think of the bow of a violin, which is made out of horse-tail hair, or the membrane of a timpani, which is made out of leather, or the keys of a piano, which at least used to be made out of ivory, the tusks of elephants. And even the paper or scores are written on are a product made out of natural resources. Composers have been getting inspired by nature for centuries. Many tried to imitate the sounds of nature through music, especially bird songs and other animal sounds. You probably know famous examples like Antonio Vivaldi's Spring Concerto, or the cadence of the second movement of Ludwig van Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony, and even more contemporary composers, like for example George Crumb, used animal sounds such as whale songs as material for their compositions. The music of Mahler has its fair share of nature imitations too, but there are also more complex depictions of nature in his music. Think of the third movement of his Third Symphony, which Mahler originally titled Was mir die Tiere im Wald erzählen, What the Animals in the Forest Tell Me. These animals resemble rather mythical creatures out of a fairy tale than real animals. They mockingly tell the grim story of a cuckoo which has fallen from a tree and died. The music sounds grotesquely gay and humorous. The songs of these anthropomorphized creatures remind us eerily of our own, often cynical and malicious human nature. But there are also more abstract connections to nature in Mahler's music. The epic scale of his symphonies, the size of the orchestras he uses, and the duration of his symphonies seem to remind us of the feeling certain landscapes can excite in us. And I think it is also the way we move through these landscapes, how we interact with the terrain, which is reflected upon in the way Mahler's music moves and flows. If you ever have been hiking, you probably know the struggle of simply walking up a hill. To climb a whole mountain, it takes immense amounts of energy. One needs a lot of physical endurance and mental strength. But when you manage to reach the top of a mountain, there is this great feeling of achievement, of relief, sometimes even of deep inner peace. I think Mahler's music is full of those moments of great struggle, of existential dread, even of panic sometimes. And there are those moments of glorious climaxes, grandiose heights. Or of serene peace, where the music comes to a standstill and one can catch a breath, only to soon get on moving again. Especially Mahler's late works, namely Das Lied von der Erde and his Ninth Symphony, I think there's an even deeper connection to nature. It's a certain state of mind I'm thinking of, a trance-like, meditative state of mind, which you reach after doing repetitive and/or highly exhausting tasks for a long time, such as walking long distances or, well, climbing a mountain. Some of you probably know it as runner's high or flow state. And with Das Lied von der Erde, I think Mahler tried to translate this feeling into music. At the end of the last song, the Abschied, the farewell, it seems as if Mahler is, after a long and grinding struggle, coming to terms with his own mortality of, at some point of time, becoming one with nature again. Like a mantra, he lets the singer sing the words ewig, 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 eternal, 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 while the music slowly fades away into the endless blue expanses of the firmament. Millions of years ago, the limestone that forms the Dolomites nowadays used to be an ocean bed. Limestone is a sedimentary rock, meaning it is made out of billions of tons of fossilized dead coral reefs, seashells, and so on. What used to be the bottom of the sea has over centuries and eons transformed into one of the highest mountain ranges in Europe. Knowing this, seeing the awesome summits these ancient coral reefs form today, one sometimes gets overcome by the notion of eternity. A feeling of being small and insignificant, of being mortal, but at the same time being an integral part of this eternal cycle of nature, of oneness with it. One then wonders how the remains of humanity will look like in a million years from now.